Hi, Jane Mitten, Jane Does Keto. Day 30 of our 30-day keto challenge. We made it. Yay! It's been 30 days of fun. It's a lot of hard work, but we've made it through. And just remember a couple of the key components as we go forward on our keto lifestyle that doesn't end with 30 days. We now have a habit that was formed on day 21, but we have tools and the fundamentals to go on the rest of our lives like this. So I decided to come to California for day 30. I thought it was very important that, it's significant. So I wanted to show you. This is California, San Diego, the beautiful beaches, and let's talk a little bit about what you're going to do next. So I am going to run a 72-hour fast 2 days from now. We'll give it a rest for a day. And then we're going to do 72 hours of a water fast. And on day one, I will describe exactly what happens on a fast from the first 12 hours to 18 hours, 24 hours, at the 48-hour mark, and finally at the 72-hour mark, you reach autography. I've talked about it before, autography. Autography is really when you have a complete renewal of all cells in your body. So if you have, something like hypoglycemia, diabetes, insulin resistance, you have cancer, you have a tumor, you have Epstein-Barr, anything like that. It can be put at bay, it can be put in remission. Some people call it a cure. I don't like to say cure, but certainly you can have a renewal. So join me for 72 hours of fasting, but let's talk about keto. So over the last 30 days, we have eliminated sugar and carbs from our lifestyle. And what a difference that makes. You feel a calmness and a clarity of thought. Your mind is much more clear and directed about what you want, which is probably the most amazing transformation. You have a lot more energy. And again, it's a directed energy. It's not just energy to go crazy and dance around the house, but you have energy that you can direct towards your family, your kids, if you're caretaking a parent, certainly your job, whatever it is, you feel a lot more energy towards the things that you need to accomplish. And you have accomplished a lot by doing 30 days. So remember, what is keto? I think all of you will be able to tell me, but keto is a way of eating, and then with fasting, not eating, a pattern of eating and not eating at certain times to put yourself in a ketogenic state. And that is when you're burning your own body fat for fuel, and you're no longer burning glucose, which is sugar and carbs. You're not burning glucose anymore. You're burning your own body fat. So everybody has some fat to burn. Some of us have a lot more than others. But it doesn't matter, because whatever part of this journey you're on, you can make a major difference in your life. And it doesn't even need to be weight loss. Some people that I have talked to don't have any weight to lose. Hi, lifeguards. But they want the energy, they want the clarity of thought, they want the movement in a positive direction. They might want to keep their muscle and maybe just lose a little fat. And that's another thing that happens in a ketogenic state, is you maintain the muscle mass while you burn the body fat. So no matter where you are on the spectrum of weight loss, or even if you want to gain a few pounds, maintaining your muscle is key. And that's very important as people get older as well, to maintain any muscle mass that they have. So the way that you get into ketogenesis, which takes about 2 to 4 weeks, so we are at that point. We are not only burning ketones, which takes 24 to 48 hours. All that means is you've stopped eating sugar and carbs, and now you're starting to burn your body fat. You do that by eliminating packaged foods, processed foods, sugars, and the carbs such as potatoes, rice, pasta, pizza. And don't be fooled by Whole Foods and Trader Joe's and Safeway. They're all great stores, but it's really some of the products that they have. People are slapping the word keto on everything now. That does not mean it's a keto product at all. And in fact, I've been looking at a lot of them, and they're not good for being in a ketogenic state. They have way too much processed to them, too many chemicals, because that's another thing. This is the Dr. Mark Hyman ketogenic lifestyle. This is not Atkins. You are not eating bacon 6 times a day. You are not eating a whole diet of red meat. This is the healthiest way to eat in the world. What you're eating is salmon. You're eating avocado, green leafy vegetables. So healthy fats, avocado oil, avocados, olives, olive oil. And then a lot of your fat needs to come from the clean protein. What is that? Wild caught salmon, any type of fish, especially things like sardines, very healthy, tuna, especially if it's wild caught. You can eat it more often, so it's really fine. And of course, any shellfish. Those are superb. Salmon is the king because it has so much good fats, the omega-3 fatty acids, as well as having the protein. So it's a really perfect keto food. And if you're going to have chicken, you need to supplement that because of the low fat level with external fats such as an avocado, maybe baking it in a little olive oil, putting a little Irish butter with it, that kind of thing. Any kind of red meat is acceptable. Bacon, you just want to read it. Make sure there's no sugars, no carbs, no sulfates and nitrates. And then if you're going to have, as I said, chicken, that's not as good. Lamb is better. Red meat hamburger is better than steak simply because it has more fat. But certainly steak is fine. You certainly can have bacon. I try to limit the bacon to once a week, even though it is a very high quality organic product. And if you're going to eat any type of protein, you're looking for the absolute best quality. Everything organic. Because remember, you're only eating 2 meals a day. And in fact, some of you may have already moved to what I'm on called OMAD, 1 meal a day. So if you're eating as little as 1 to 2 meals a day, you can afford to spend much more money on the quality of all of that food. So when you buy avocado oil or olive oil, you're buying organic. You're buying the best you can find. They have all that at Costco. All the products I've done videos on are available on Amazon. When you eat salmon, don't eat the Atlantic unless it's wild caught, because it has a lot of things in it that will not be really helpful to you. They'll be deleterious to your keto. And then a lot of people think keto's not healthy because there aren't vegetables, and nothing could be further from the truth. I'm eating anywhere from 6 to 10 cups of vegetables a day, most of them in the form of green leafy vegetables, such as microgreens are number 1, kale, spinach, red and green leaf lettuce, radicchio, cabbage, celery, some broccoli, some cauliflower and Brussels sprouts, but a lot of green leafy veggies. I try to pick things that are different colors. The red is hardest because we don't really like tomatoes. We do some peppers, but it's a lot of vegetables. And a perfect day for me is probably salmon, half an avocado, and 7 cups of green leafy vegetables. And a salad dressing made up of organic olive oil, some vinegar, maybe an apple cider vinegar, and maybe just a little bit of cheese on the salad. I don't think anyone is going to say that's not extremely healthy. So make sure you tell people the type of keto you're on. It's the Dr. Mark Hyman ketogenic lifestyle, which many doctors are proponents of. The other thing that most doctors in the world believe in now is intermittent fasting. Again, that's something we've all been doing for 30 days. And the recommended type of fasting is an 18-6. So you eat dinner between 5 and 7, and then you don't eat again until lunch between 12 and 1. And that way, your eating pattern or your eating window, your feeding time is just at lunch at 12 or 1 and then dinner at 5 or 6. So you're compressing the time you're eating so that your insulin stays low. So if you have insulin resistance, which most Americans have no matter how thin they are, you want to go from insulin resistant to insulin sensitive. All of us should be now insulin sensitive, which is better. So insulin resistance is a state where you are constantly elevating your insulin level of the body. And that's because you've been told, again, not your fault, but you've been told by the FDA that you should eat, 3 meals a day and 2 snacks. And that may work for some people, but generally speaking, it elevates your insulin level every single time you eat anything, including celery. So if you are eating at a much smaller window, anywhere from 2 to 6 hour window, your insulin level is only going to be raised once or twice a day, no snacks. And that is way more effective for your body. So keep that in mind. Think about OMAD, the 1 meal a day. What I've found is after doing keto for a year with an 18-6 intermittent fast, as I moved to OMAD, which is 1 meal a day in about a 2-hour window, 22 hours of fasting, I have even more energy than I did eating 2 meals a day. I have a clearer mind, more directedness, greater state of calmness. I can exercise more easily. Of course, I'm drinking more water. Of course, I'm watching my electrolytes and supplementing them, but you just feel even better. And of course, you're able to lose more weight more quickly. So that 1 meal, you have to eat a little bit more food, but that is really the crux of keto and fasting. No alcohol, no sugar, no carbs, except for green leafy veggies. High quality fats, 75% of your diet, and a lot of really clean protein. 30 days, you're in a habit for life. You should be feeling great. I know I do. I really appreciate you following me on YouTube at Jane Mitten. And we are going into a 72-hour fast to attain autography, a renewal of cells, on the 9th of April if you want to join us. And I wish you well. I say goodbye from California. And again, let me show you. I came out here just to do this for you. This is the beach in San Diego. Again, I'm Jane Mitten on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel. And Global Jane on Instagram. DM me any messages you have. I'm so happy you joined me. I hope it's made a big difference in your life, and I will see you very soon. Have a great day.